Okay. This is Michael. How you doing? We're live here now. Philip, how do you feel about what's happening across the road?
That's absolutely criminal. That's what's happening. Is absolutely criminal. There was no consultation with the public. There was no consultation with the people living on the estate. There was absolutely nothing being said or done other than bringing in the guards and bully us from peaceful protest and arresting people for protesting their constitutional right of a free speech.
What nationality are you yourself?
I'm Polish.
You're Polish. Are you here a long time?
18 years.
Okay. And I meet Polish people constantly. What's your first name? Michael. I meet Polish people and they understand, a lot of people my age and a bit younger understand tyranny, what it's about, imposing, government imposing their will on the people.
We had it. We lived through it.
You understand?
It's called totalitarianism. Sorry, mouthful. It's the worst form of a government, but every socialist government, like the one in Ireland and the one in other European countries, that all leads to totalitarianism. 1984, that's where it leads to.
We've seen now in Paris and some cities in Europe where there's been a right-wing swing in the elections, that the lefty anti-Fa groups are they're destroying the place. They're going in the right.
You see, the thing with the left wing and right wing, the whole situation with the left wing and right wing, what happens is the left, the socialists, the social democrats, the Labour, the Workers' Party, all these neo-Marxist communists, that's basically what they are, neo-Marxist communists. They're so far to the left that anything that's even slightly away to the right from them, to the conservatism and patriotism and nationalism, it's considered fascist. It's considered Nazis. It's considered far right. That's what happens when the people like this get to power. And the what you call it? What was his name? I can't remember his name. I'm terrible with names now at the moment.
But Irish fella.
No, it was in Russian. He was an ex-KGB spy that was working as a subversion.
Yuri
Bezmenov. Yeah, and he said it, that if the people like this get to power, this is what we're gonna get. This is what we're gonna get. We're gonna get thugs in the uniforms enforcing the criminal enterprise, because this is what's happening here. It's a human trafficking. That's what it is. It's a human trafficking enterprise, because definition of human trafficking is taking money and making the financial gain from organ trafficking, sexual trafficking, people without documentation trafficking. And this is what happens if you have people coming without the documentation and they're being housed, and we are paying for it. So I'm asking a question: who's getting the money from all these things? Who's getting the money from all that iPass?
Unfortunately, Michael, we've always had our gumbeans in Ireland and our traders back to hundreds of years, which had ruined movements of freedom movements in Ireland, and it's been in our culture, unfortunately. But we have to weed them out, and we have to get rid of them.
I tell you like this: I spoken with a plumber from Dublin, from Drogheda, not Dublin, sorry, Dublin, Drogheda, yeah. So North County Dublin, and I spoken with him, and he was called in to do the job in an estate, you know, like a manor house, you know, historical place. And he was called in to lay down the pipes. He walks into the place and he sees the bunk beds, the mattresses, the beds on the floor. Yeah, about 50 illegal immigrants living in the house. Yeah, and the owner of the house asked him to do the job. He comes in. He said he never come back there. But what she told him is that she's getting paid €150 per person per night. That equates to €7,500 per day.
It's from the Department of Children Protection or International Integration and all that. The government.
From our taxes.
From iPads.
Yeah. So you're talking about €250,000 per month to house illegal immigrants, and essentially an industrial human trafficking. $250,000 per month. So how much is that in a year? You're talking over €2 million per year.
There's just no end to the money they can produce to house these foreigners, but Irish people can't get money for children need operations, people are homeless, old people are being neglected, but these people can get no end of money.
You see, the people like my neighbors here, yeah, these people are asleep because they don't understand. They watch the zombie box, they watch the TV and get hypnotized with the blue light. And what happens is, they tell them that all that happens, all these prices that they can see rising all over the place, the energy, the electricity, the gas, the shopping, all that is the cost of living crisis. It's a very neat word. Yeah, they play with words. Crisis, you know, it's like something that
Engineered crisis.
engineered crisis. It's something like all of a sudden it just happened. You know, we didn't know what happened, but they don't understand. They're being hypnotized with this spell, where basically what it is,
Psychosis.
mass psychosis formation, and basically what it is, it's inflation, and inflation is caused by all the government actions. I actually questioned one of the councillors in Talbot Hotel recently about all the funding and all the grants that they do for converting property into from commercial to residential, and all those derelict and abandoned buildings. And I questioned him about it, and I said to him, what mechanics, what systems you have in place to ensure that none of these systems, none of these grants are going to cause a crash on the market and the increase in the prices on the market? And what he replied to me is, we do not control the economy. And what I replied to him is, like, this is exactly what you're doing. You are controlling